Hello, today we're going to be making a shrimp etouffee. The items we're going to use is going to be cayenne pepper, accent, 1 can of cream of celery, 1 can of cream of mushroom, 1 can of tomato sauce. I have about maybe a fourth of a bell pepper. I have some green onion powder, garlic powder, and Tony's Creole Seasoning. And also I'm going to add 1 small onion and 2 toes of garlic along with 2 pounds of shrimp. I have my rice already boiling. So I'm going to show you how to do it. It's really, really quick. And when you're using these cans of cream of celery, cream of mushroom, there are steps that you can actually use to make this homemade. But this is just a quick version. Again, you work all day and you get off at 5 and you want to get home and cook a quick meal. So this will probably take about, once you saute your, oh, I'm sorry. And I also have to use some butter or margarine to help saute your vegetables. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, here in this pot, I have 2 tablespoons of butter and a tablespoon of olive oil. To that, I'm going to add my green onion, bell pepper, my onion, and my garlic, minced garlic. Okay, we're going to saute this until it's tender. And also, we're seasoning layers, so we're going to add a little salt and pepper to that. Not a lot, because remember, we're using those cans of soup and they are salty already. But this is just to layer your flavors. This is just for your, and it's just a little. Not very much. Okay. Now to expedite this process, remember it's a weeknight. We got school and work tomorrow. We're going to cover this. And when we're ready to go to the next step, be back. Alright, excuse that smoke. Now we have the vegetables are tender and we're going to add our cream of soup. This is the cream of celery and the cream of mushroom. Turn our fire down. Now we're going to add our tomato sauce. And stir this, mix it up. We're going to season this to taste because remember we've added another layer. And then we're going to cover it and simmer it. Then we're going to add our shrimp to it. Okay, I've turned this fire down and maybe it's a little too low. But what you want to do is let these flavors combine. I'm going to add all of my seasonings to it. And then the last 10 minutes while this cooks, I'm going to add the shrimp to it. You use 2 pounds of shrimp for this recipe. Okay, let's let this cook and I'll come right back. I'm adding my Tony's seasoning. Onion powder. whole lot of garlic powder for this recipe. Just a little accent. Sometimes I find that accent actually makes your food bitter, but just a little bit just to kick off those flavors. And here's a little cayenne pepper. Not much of that either. I like my food spicy, but not too hot. Okay. Now, we're going to just let this simmer for about 15 minutes. We're going to come back and show you what it looks like. Then I'm going to add the shrimp to it. And believe it or not, this is just about done. Very simple recipe, very quick, very flavorful. And see, just that one can of tomato sauce is enough. Just that one can. Okay. Okay, this has been cooking for about 15 minutes. And I think it's combined enough. Now we're going to add our shrimp, and we're going to cook this for another 15 minutes, and we're going to turn this off. And guess what? Be ready to serve. Here are our shrimp. And that's 2 pounds. You can also use, this is really good with crawfish, but this time of year crawfish are so expensive. They don't have any on sale right now. And then plus I had a taste for the shrimp anyway. Get this thoroughly combined. Remember, we're adding another layer, so we're going to have to taste this. See what it tastes like, okay? And you see how thick it is? Now, with that shrimp, it's going to add a little water to it. You know, when the shrimp start cooking, it's going to dilute it some. But you want that thickness for etouffee. Well, I do. Now, if you prefer it a little watery, what you can do is when you take that tomato sauce out of the can, you can use a cup of, you can also put maybe a half a can of water. I like mine thick just like this, but you'll see when I come back, you'll see that it's going to actually thin out some because you've added that shrimp once the shrimp starts cooking in there. Okay. I've tasted it. Let's add a little bit more Tony seasoning, Creole seasoning. I use this in everything. A little more onion powder. Remember I said extra garlic. I'm not going to put any more accent because I don't want it to get bitter. Also, I'm going to use a little cayenne pepper as well as a little black pepper. Okay? We're going to let this cook for about 15 to 20 minutes until we get the consistency that we're looking for. See, it's already thinned out some. And this will be finished. Okay, my rice is done. I use a rice cooker for my rice. Let's let this cook. And also what I did, I seasoned those shrimp before I added it to here, just with salt and pepper. Just a little. Okay. For those of you who are concerned about it being too thick, see how it's thinned out now? Yeah. Didn't have to add any water to it at all. Okay. It's not finished. We probably have 15 more minutes and we'll be done. And I'll come back and show you what it looks like. Okay, we're just about done. When I come back, I'll show it to you, plate it up. But see how, with no water added, how the gravy is? It's perfect. So, simple recipe. Like I said, you can use, you can also use crawfish. But this is the shrimp. Etouffee. Okay. Okay, here's our finished product. 3 canned crawfish etouffee. Enjoy your day.